Over the past few months there's been rumors circulating around the internet that Julian Assange is dead, but it's recently been confirmed that he's alive and doing well. Mr. Assange had announced this over a live stream of a Reddit AMA where he also answered some of the public's questions about what's been going on with him. During the AMA, it became apparent some people still believe he was dead. One of the top-rated questions was a request for proof that the 45-year-old was not dead, even though he was speaking on a live stream video. It asked him to reply with a signed message stating that he was alive and well, and in no serious harm. He should also state the current date and time, and something unique that happened in the news the day before. It said. Finally he was asked to include a long, random number, one which nobody could have predicted in advance of the questions. The digital signature, which would require Assange to use WikiLeaks' electronic private key, would prove he was who he said he was. But Julian Assange refused, adding fuel to those conspiracy theorists who still feared he was dead. While many thought the fears he was dead were just genuine concerns from sympathizers, Mr. Assange said the rumor was actually spread maliciously. He did not specifically say who was behind the plot, but suggested it was an attempt to shut down WikiLeaks. Although there is no evidence, many people believe he was referring to supporters of U.S. presidential candidate Hillary Clinton as being behind it after WikiLeaks released tens of thousands of internal emails from her campaign team during the election. WikiLeaks also suggested pressure from Camp Clinton, after it began releasing the emails, led to the Ecuadorian embassy cutting off his internet access. Later on people started claiming that the CIA had hacked into the Twitter feed after WikiLeaks tweeted some apparently cryptic insurance files and SHA-256 hashes. At the same time as Assange went quiet after the Ecuadorian embassy cut off his internet access, the claims that Assange had died deepened when, on November 24, 2016, WikiLeaks tweeted that they could not prove Julian Assange was alive, despite previously running a poll asking for the best way to do this. The tweet said the only person who could prove he was still alive was the President of the Republic of Ecuador, Rafael Correa. With all the fake news headlines popping up recently, you'd think that people wouldn't believe the first thing they read on the internet, which doesn't seem to be the case. We would like everyone to keep an open mind when reading anything online, as chances are it could be fake. A good example of this would be when BuzzFeed and CNN were trying to slander and defame President Donald Trump's character. Trump was furious after BuzzFeed published an unverified and salacious 35-page report back in January, claiming to show connections between Trump and Russia, using CNN's earlier story, which mentions the report without revealing its full contents or publishing it, as justification for publishing. BuzzFeed's decision triggered a storm over media ethics. Trump repeatedly criticized CNN and BuzzFeed throughout his press conference at Trump Tower in New York on the 11th of January, calling BuzzFeed a left-wing blog and a failing pile of garbage for publishing the unverified report. CNN later said that its decision to publish carefully sourced reporting on unverified intelligence documents concerning Donald Trump was vastly different than BuzzFeed's decision to publish unsubstantiated memos. Anonymous doesn't support any specific politicians, but we shouldn't have to live in a world where fake news is seen as the truth.